Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt the defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here we go.
Freeman. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because
you're nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reggie Ragland coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
First down, Winston. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Second down, Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 3rd and long for Winston. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now it's Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Freeman. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line.
All right, here we go.
Taylor operating from the gun. His throw incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Here's Taylor. The 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Together because I know you are so myopic right now looking at WrestleMania. Champion versus champion.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Make it to WrestleMania as the WWE title.
Now the Oakland offense heading back on the field to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Mr. Lesnar, you ain't gonna make it to WrestleMania.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Concussion protocol, and do you know that if Bobby Lashley doesn't pass concussion protocol, I'll still have your back, Brock Lesnar.
Jameis now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's first and 10. Jameis to throw it. And the slant pattern here complete. And past the 35 will be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gordon, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Winston. It's complete to Sneed. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Winston. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, you can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a point in history where there is no way to embellish or exaggerate the enormity
on 2nd down, here's Taylor.
of this year's
And his throw is incomplete.
What we are facing right now is
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
of all time. Bigger than Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Bigger than Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. Bigger than the night I conquered
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
To be fair, Brock Lesnar, I will still
the gun, it's
give you
Taylor.
half credit for that.
He'll dump it underneath to his running back to Clean. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Title versus title.
Taking it about the 36.
Winner take all. Title
Well, he wasn't too far
unification.
from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And pops free. The collision will jarring the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Taylor now to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And you see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go! Speed ID!
Now it's Freeman.
Speed ID!
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Freeman again on a first down carry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And the reactions are wild. The second the BKN band said she turned a childhood theme song into a drill anthem nobody asked for. Then she opened with a bar so controversial the timeline exploded. I stay underwater like Bikini Bottom drama. SquarePants haters still watch me like they mama. Instant chaos. Half the internet calling it iconic. The other half saying she fell off harder than Patrick's rock. One fan even posted, ain't no way she beefing with Swift on beat twist. Producers say she did it on purpose to prove she can turn any sound viral. Rumor has it Nickelodeon hit her up asking for a remix for SpongeBob ad-lib.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game,
Ice Spice just trolled the entire industry, or is this her first real flop? Drop Ice if it's a hit. Drop Bob if she should chill. The whole internet just...
This is a true story. I think it's correct. Here's how you take your GT. Which ambulance is faster in each GTA? And remember, you have to resuscitate the NPC. In GTA...
As one of the NFL's best on each side of the ball, Steve Smith, you know his numbers call. Getting open gets open. Now with a key compliment, the Panthers look to strike early and often. Julian Peppers, an extraordinary blend of athletic finesse and defensive ferocity.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
I am not ready for something. Yes, you are! Are you?
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Operating from the gun, Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
The second half of the season, really tough task for 10, but you know they lost their first 3 games. Lost to Carolina in the first meeting. In that game, they lost their starting quarterback, Chris Sims, to a spleen injury for the rest of the season.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go! Green, 39!
From the gun, Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are in for 6.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked.
Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear, because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes. No interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them the lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
Here's Taylor, operating from the gun. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And his throw here's incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt. And it's second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Taylor will throw again. It's brought in by Dodson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays, and target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Taylor. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Taylor from the gun. He'll throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So